and welcome to the mop here on a Thursday morning. Expect a little bit of rain maybe today. There is some haze in the air as well. So, prayers to northern Minnesota and Canada. That video footage of the train surrounded by flame was crazy. That is wild. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. It is pretty wild that the train in Canada that got surrounded by the wildfire and the guy standing inside of it, they got out safe and everything. Prayers go out to the Amish family here that they lost their 13-year-old yesterday that got hit by a truck while she was in her horse and buggy up by Ironton. And prayers go out to her and her family. She passed. Horse was okay, but she had the vests on, all the lights on, everything else 9 o'clock in the morning. So prayers to that family. For those of you that insist on driving in the fog and all of that in the mornings without your lights on, but Chris, my car has automatic lights. They don't kick on the rear lights and everything as well. Turn your damn headlights on. I don't get it. I don't understand. But anyway, enough with that. We're going to have a discussion today. We have the great food truck race, that's on Food Network. We're going to have a food truck debate today because it seems to be a hot topic today. It involves the discussion also. It's always funny when people post anonymously and then they try to say, well, if this business or if this is the business of this or that, just say the name if you're going to say it. And put your name to it too, by the way, if you're going to want to insert your acknowledgement of the whole deal of, food trucks or whatever. I don't know shit about requirements for a food truck. I hope there's an inspection. I know there's a gentleman that watches mine quite often. Mr. Tim has a food truck, and he may be able to fill me in on, or at least put his thought to this. But I don't believe when I saw what the village posted for Muscadet, as far as an ordinance for food trucks. I feel there should be an ordinance anyway. It's not going to scare food trucks every day. Oh God, you're going to scare the food trucks away, and what's wrong with having a food truck, and we want our tacos, and we want our... No, I think you're missing the point on the damn food truck ordinance, okay? I feel there should be an annual fee. If you're going to sell food in a town, there should be a permit or whatever it means to be for you to have your food truck there. There should be an ordinance that says you need to have a current inspection and you need to have a current this and current insurance, whatever it may be. Just for my safety of me to going up and ordering food from that food truck. I would hope that you would see those kind of things and those requirements. And also in Muscadet, to say, they can't park on the main street. You don't want your food trucks with people running around, people walking all over. Put them on a side like they do here in Boscobel. Boscobel, they put them down by the depot in the parking lot, or they go by the hospital off a main road. Okay? I don't see the issues of what the village put forward with the ordinance, but holy Jesus, people are having a shit fit hemorrhage about this whole damn food truck thing. Well, here's my other issue. How many employees does that food truck bring to the Muscadet area? Or any other town? Name a town that has food trucks. How many food trucks how many employees are in that food truck? How many things do they sponsor in your town, such as baseball games, softball games, high school athletics, cancer benefits, Alzheimer's benefits? How many of those food trucks that come to the area put money back into the community? Just in employees. Instead, you see, well, if you had better food, we wouldn't need a food truck. Go to Las Vegas sometime and tell me that. They have the best food around for restaurants and things, and you see food trucks everywhere. But you're also talking populations that are endless. what I see for an ordinance, and that's how I look at it, it'd be kind of like there would be a holy shit fit in Richland Center too if there was an ordinance that you can only have 3 storage boxes on your front porch instead of 37,000 of them that's holding your roof up. Or people don't like the ordinance that your grass can only be 6 inches or 8 inches long instead of the jungle that houses neighbor cats and cougars and shit can hide in. Their ordinances. They are meant to help make sure you are safe and the safety around. This isn't about, oh, we're going to pick on food trucks and kick them out of town. It's just a step to make sure for safety and regulations wise. In my mind. Like I said, I don't have a food truck. But I could maybe just put a grill in the back of my truck, show up with some dishwater in a bucket, sell burgers off my grill, and call it a food truck. I don't think people would enjoy the thought of that. I remember a bar once in Lone Rock out on 14 that was connected to a gas station that nobody understood how they could get away with it. No running water. Porta potty out back. Where do you go with a food truck except take the food home, or do you have to sit at a park, or do you sit, and people are like, well, it was basically, the ordinance says they're going to pick up all the trash and they're responsible for that. And they've done a really good job from what I could tell. But of course you have to have everybody and their brother and sister and uncles and whoever else put their input in of, well, if his food was better, he wouldn't have to worry about it. If he didn't have this, or if he didn't have that, or if all the workers didn't smoke meth, or, holy frick. You guys are a bunch of assholes. Have your opinion that you don't want to go eat there. But as a bar owner or a restaurant owner, and asking for an ordinance is not the end of the world. There's no, kick them out of town. The food trucks have to be out of town by 5. But as far as having them not parked on Main Street, I have no issue with that. As far as asking them to make sure they have a license and they're paying, the other thing was, well, now you're going to have so much more added work to the city workers for a permit to fill out the paperwork to do. What in the hell are you talking about? There's like 6 food trucks at the most, and it's going to be an annual fee. It'll be like your car license. And the village should collect something for that. You're not getting all the other benefits that you have of a brick and mortar store for your town. Open your eyes and wake the hell up. It just cracks. It's absolutely mind-blowing how people, you're going to take our tacos. You're going to take away this. You're going to take away that. No, you're already doing that to yourselves, because I don't believe that I've seen where any of them food trucks are supporting to redo ball fields. Redo this, redo that, sponsor this, sponsor that. Honker has sponsored a shit ton of my stuff. He has given back to the community. I've known him for 17 years. Christ, longer than that now. Probably almost 20. And what he does for your town, so when he's asking for an ordinance, it's not anything that I would say is out of ordinary. And $100 annual fee, and if you charge them $100, their menu is going to go up. Their menu prices, blah, blah, blah. Their menu prices are going up right now because of what the frickin' we're doing in this country otherwise. It has nothing to do with that. People, just common sense. It is an just mind-blowing. Just absolutely mind-blowing. What I saw that Kim posted about, on the village board about what the village board did and the ordinance they're moving on, I think is a great thing. I see it as not a problem where all of a sudden the guys that have the food trucks are going to go, well, screw that. I'm not going to that town because they want $100 a year for me to park there. Yet, some of those same people that bitch about that go to crafts fairs all over spending $40 for a 8-foot table section to put their birdhouses and shit up at multiple craft fairs every year. It's insane. Absolutely insane. That's my great food truck debate today. Is if you have a food truck and you want to go to a town and a town says, you're welcome anytime you want, but we need $100 permit for the village for you to come here, and you need to prove that you have insurance and you have an inspection. Boy, pretty tough to argue with those three things. Well, they're never going to come back, and then I don't get my tacos. Or I don't get my Thai food, or I don't get this, or I don't get that. It's freaking stupid to argue over that. Everybody should have one. Everybody should have that easy of a time. Spring Green, Richland Center. I think Boscobel does. I'm going to have to look these up now because, holy Jesus, Muscadet is on fire now because, heaven forbid, the food truck has to be inspected, has to have insurance, has to clean up its trash. And brick and mortar are trying to get rid of food trucks because they can, and they're trying to be bossy and everything else. And the brick and mortars are what supplies the funds for your village. They spend way more than $100. Charge your brick and mortar building $100 a year and see what they say. Do you get all the revenue back from your food truck in town? From all the sales? Do the workers spend all their money in Muscadet? Do they go to the grocery store? Do they buy those kind of things in your community? Do you have a Jose's is the big one. I saw the name all over, so it's not something new. But when you go down to the JC ballpark or you go anywhere, do you see their name on all the investments they've put into the community? Or is it easy to just single out somebody that is saying, hey, we should really have an ordinance on that? Oh, now you're picking on that guy, and that's not nice. Whatever. Shut up and put your name on shit, too. Put your name to what you're talking about. These people that post anonymously or post with their name, shut the hell up. Just shut up. Be quiet. Go sit back down and be enough. Post anonymously 4086. Shut up. Whoever, and I just pulled that name out, but that's what you see all the time is, or, Lizard Lips rode the sand home, or whatever your name is. Whatever. But if you are going to do the bitching, put your name to it. Well, I don't want to. People know who I am. And then they think, no. Yeah, because you're a keyboard warrior in your mom's basement, probably sitting in your pajamas all day, and just want to piss people off. That's your goal. So, I've never been afraid to put my name to what I say or what I do, and I won't be again. And you can call me a dumbass, I don't care. But the food truck debate, to me, is not a debate. That's just something that needs to happen. So the ordinance to me looks like it's not saying, hey, you can only be in town from 2 to 4 and on Thursdays. It's not that. You'll still have your tacos. Jose will still come to town. Thai, there's one here, I think, in town, that a little more than Thai or something like that. Really good food, too. All the barbecue ones, the pizza ones, they're all going to come to town still. If they aren't going to pay $100 village fee, obviously they're not making $100 when they come to town. And they're not helping your town much either. They don't hire anybody in your town. They don't supply help for families. So I don't know. I think what would not want people to come there is people like you that are bitching about it, that says, as far as me, the $100 is going to keep all the shitty ones out. That's my opinion. So, have a great day. And stay cool. It's going to be cooler today. Not quite as hot, which is good, because I have to go mow a yard, and I got to mow all of my yard again. I enjoy that, but I kept it long during this heat stretch because I didn't want to turn it brown. So, other than that, I'm getting closer to my mom's event in November. And we got some things going on for that I hope will continue to be good. And we'll go from there. But the debate is over in my head. The ordinance needs to pass, and it won't hurt Muscadet. You'll still have food trucks. They'll still be there. They'll still come. You'll still get your tacos. You'll still get your mini donuts, whatever it may be. So, have a great day. As always, take time to bless somebody today. And I'll be back tomorrow morning with who the hell knows what to talk about. But we'll go from there.